All right, we'll continue to monitor the happenings over there in the Vatican, in Rome, just as the Pope Francis is being buried. In the meantime, today is World Intellectual Property Day, a day celebrated to acknowledge the critical role of intellectual property in driving innovation and protecting creators. The day serves as a reminder of how intellectual property rights contributes to cultural, technological, and economic growth worldwide. The theme for this year is IP and music. Feel the beat of IP. It focuses on celebrating music as a profound form of creative expression, illustrating how a strong IP system supports musicians, songwriters, producers, and performers. The day also highlights how robust IP rights create an environment where creativity and technological advancement thrive, ultimately benefiting people globally, and how legal frameworks protect creators and innovators, ensuring they can develop and share their ideas while securing recognition and financial rewards. That's what we want to talk about now as we bring in on board to discuss the importance of protecting intellectual property, the Managing Director of Inventor Nigeria, Angela Agbe-Davis. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Well, let's start from the basics. Talking about IP, Intellectual Property Day. Help us to break down the concept and why it matters.
Okay. Intellectual property basically can be described as your ideas and the expression of your ideas. So if you write a song or a book, or if you draw a painting, then that's copyright protection, which is one kind of intellectual property. Your business name, your stage name, for instance, that can also be registered as a trademark. And then when it comes to inventions, and that's patents. And all of these, they're all different types of intellectual property, and they are treated as property. They have the same monetary value that real property would have if you had like a house or a car.
I see. And so as we celebrate today, or as we remember today as Intellectual Property Day, what are the key areas, or what should be the key takeaways for that creative watching right now?
Right, so every year on this day is World Intellectual Property Day, and it is basically just a celebration of IP. And what we try to do is to bring as much awareness as possible to stakeholders about what IP is and how it benefits them. So the World Intellectual Property Organization, who organize World IP Day, they have a lot of events going on through the past week and also today. Different organizations, different institutions, they all have them as well. And the main aim is just to bring as much awareness about why IP is important. And of course, because this year the theme is music, we are talking a lot about why IP is important for people who are working in the music industry, especially people who are first starting out in the music industry as well, because there's a lot of rights there that people may not be aware of when they're first starting.
And all right, let me follow this direction, especially for the benefit of those who are just starting in their music career, either as a writer, a musician, or the in-betweens. What are the common pitfalls that they should avoid moving forward?
Well, for me, I would say the major one is not getting all your ducks in a row before you start. I think what happens is that you start, sticking to the theme of music, you start creating music, you start writing songs, you start releasing music, but you haven't protected yourself in the beginning. And that then becomes a problem in two different ways. First of all, there's a problem of infringement, because if you have released a song, you haven't registered the copyright in the song, somebody else can release exactly the same song, and then you have a lot of problems in terms of trying to get all your money from releasing that song. And the second one is you've not commercialized it properly. If you haven't protected yourself, some of the things that you would be owed in terms of, say, royalties, or in terms of charging people to play it, you wouldn't be able to do that because you haven't got the protection right from the beginning. So as a legal practitioner myself, my advice is always that you seek legal advice so that you can know that right from the beginning you're starting off on the right front.
All right, that will be a fine place to stop to rest our conversation. Thank you very much for joining us. We've been speaking with the Managing Director of Inventor Nigeria, Angela Agbe-Davis. We appreciate your time with us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.